Hey girl, hey! Hi Cupcake. How are you, my sweetie? I am good. I think you're the only other person here, besides Streamlabs. I'm good. Oh, Mr. Snooty's here too. Come here, Mr. Snooty. Come here. It's Daddy. Come here. You want to see Daddy? Come here. This is my boy. Look at this beautiful boy. And he's got, what does he have in his mouth? He has the Lammy toy, and he has a daddy sock. He's a good boy. You can't see because you don't have the reception. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, Mr. Snooty says hello. Right, Mr. Snooty? Right, Mr. Snooty? What you doing, little boy? Audio only. I gotcha. I gotcha. Mr. Snoots Magoots, he spent... What did he spend? He spent a good couple hours outside. Right, Mr. Snoots Magoots? Because he went outside when I got home. And then I fell asleep. And he was stuck outside. Hi! I fell asleep and he was stuck outside. And then I let him back in. And I made some macaroni and cheese for dinner. Because I didn't feel like eating fried rice. And also I forgot about the fried rice. And then he wanted back outside again. And then I kept checking on him. And then he was just sitting at the top of the hill. And he was like, hi, Mom. But he never wanted to come in. So I was like, all right, dude, you do you. So that was that. Also, Devi, I did a thing today. I went to the used bookstore in town. You know the one. Because I had gift cards from my students, although I spent more than what I had on the gift cards, because I always do. So can I show you what I got? Well, I guess, damn it, you can't see. Can I tell you about them? You butt. Okay. So, we're going to ignore these first two things because they don't count. They're from a different store. But there's nuts, my guts, my baby boy. Okay. So, these are the receipts. You don't want those. Okay, well this first one's not that exciting. It's just a clicky pen. It's the erasable pens that I like to use at school. And it's specifically the light blue color because I use that one the most because I like it the most. And my one at school is dying. And I realized that they had these individually. And so I was like, oh sweet, I'm gonna get this light blue one. So I'm gonna take it to school with me. So it's coming to school. So that's not that exciting. But then, okay, so this one, so these are a bunch of stickers. So this one is orange monarch butterflies that say all are welcome. And it was designed by the Syracuse cultural workers. And then this one says, with fear for our democracy, I dissent. And it was a quote from Justice Sonia Sotomayor. A lot of these are very political. And then from the same sticker company, if you are not outraged, you're not paying attention. Which, yes. And then this one says, we have a right to protest for what is right, by John Lewis. And then this one doesn't say who it was designed by, but it says smart, ambitious, tired. And I especially identified with the tired part. And then I like that this one says head up, heart open. I just typed me too. And then this one is a quote by Ayanna Pressley, representative. Joy is a necessary act of resistance. So I liked that one a lot. It is a wait, you can see it? It is a banner. And then this one I have to... Hi, hello. Welcome in. It's Charisma. You have it at 160p. Oh, goodness. We're looking at new stickers I got today. This one, I am really going to have to figure out where to put it because I get like sticker anxiety and like I like it a lot, but once I stick it somewhere, then it's like permanent, you know, then I can't like peel it up and put it somewhere else. So then I get anxious about where it's going to go. So this one says, protect the environment, care for the poor, reject racism, share resources, embrace diversity, and fight for the powerless, which is like, hell yeah. So I like that one a lot. Another John Lewis one, get in good trouble, which I like a lot. I do be vibin', bestie. Love it. Bodily autonomy for all. And then good old RBG. Women belong in all the places where decisions are being made. Yes, absolutely. And then this one, it's very tiny, the watermark, but this one is by Fab Feminist Art. To love myself is the greatest act of rebellion. And it's just this cute little bird sitting on a branch. This one doesn't have the artist on it. The oceans are rising and so are we. Just felt like a very powerful statement. Okay, it was a lot of stickers. Yes, there was one earlier from Ayanna Pressley. Joy is a necessary act of resistance. I really like this one a lot. And then this one, do all the good you can by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as ever you can. Yeah, she is one of a handful that I am really impressed by recently. I feel like a lot of the Dems, like, I know a lot of them are doing good work, but I feel like a lot of them aren't doing enough right now. But she is one where I feel like she is doing a lot. This one's just a little self-care. You are more than enough. Same with this one, just inhale and exhale. These would be good like on a water bottle. And then I liked that this one was books, and then it says stacked on the side, stacked in my favor. And then the last one, nothing about us without us. And that kind of, I feel like that can encompass lots of identities and lots of people. So these were all of my beautiful stickers, and these were all found in a local used bookstore in our town. So now I get to sit with anxiety about where do I put them, because I get like, sometimes I'll actually buy more than one of the same sticker, only so that I don't get the sticker anxiety about, like, once I stick it somewhere, then I've used it, right? I can't use it again. So I love all of these so much, but now I'm like, once I stick it, then it's stuck. You know what I mean? You gotta go, Cupcake. Okay. Well, I will see you when you come back from work. Have a good rest of your shift. I think you get off in like an hour-ish, right? So we will see you very soon, hopefully. Thank you for the follow. Hour and a half. Okay. Gotcha. Olaf, why are you licking your bed? My dog was just straight up like licking the bed. Licking his dog bed. You won me over with the stickers. I am a sticker like dragon. Like you know how dragons will hoard gold? I hoard stickers. Like I don't have it here. But maybe next stream I have this like zipper pouch full of just unstuck stickers, because I get too anxious about where to put them. Yeah, I like hoard them. I'm like, I love all these stickers, but I can't put them anywhere because I'm too anxious about it. So a friend of mine and we talked about, I guess they were more a thing like in maybe like the 80s and 90s, maybe probably more the 90s, like the sticker albums where you put it on a page, and the pages are like plasticky, and you put them on a page and then you can re-peel them and re-stick them. And she was like, one of these days I'm gonna have to get you one of those so you can put all your stickers in a book and just like flip through it that way. So yeah, sticker dragon. So normally what I stream is like coloring and artsy stuff. Like I've started to get into watercolor, and actually I got some new watercolors today that I'm excited to try. They're the Daniel Smith, the shimmery ones, and I haven't tried them yet. But on Wednesdays, dogs are never off topic. Dogs are always on topic. Here, let me see if I can. Here, I'll just put the camera on him. Where is my boy? Here is my Mr. Boy. Olaf. This is my dog. Oh, here you go. You're making this a little hard on me here, bud. He's moving. This is Olaf. He is the most baby. Yes, you are. And he has one of my husband's dirty socks in his mouth at all times. That's like his security blanket. Yes, my sweet boy. And then this is his little lammy toy. He's my sweet boy. So this is Olaf. He is 6. He just had his birthday back in April. Yes, my beautiful boy. I would give you kisses, but I don't want to kiss Daddy's nasty sock. Yeah, my good boy. Both of yours have lammies too. What kind of dogs do you have? Here, if I let this go, I think the whole thing's gonna fall. Yeah. Well, kinda. Here, come here, baby. Come here. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Do you want a treat? Will you drop the lammy for a treat? Okay, come here. Show them what a good boy you are. Ready? Sit. Sit. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, I love pugs and corgis. Okay, ready? One more. Hold on. Well, hold on now. Hold on. Okay, no. Manners, sir. Sit. You gentle. So good. So good. Yes, you're just my little prince. Yes, you're just my little prince. You're just my beautiful boy. This is his way of like, he's like, hello, Mom, I want chest scratches now. He'll put his paws up on your arm. So right now he's like sitting straight up and down. We go to the dog park a lot, and there's a couple pugs there, and he adores these pugs. They're both black, and there's like an older one and a younger one. And oh, there's Beans. We have a kitty cat too. And there could be a bunch of other dogs there, and he just wants to hang out with the 2 pugs. And when they leave, he's like, oh, I go with you now? And it's like, no, hello. Hi, baby. I know. Who's fully blind and deaf? Oh, my grandma had one like that. Her name was Kimmy, and she couldn't keep her tongue in her mouth. It just constantly flopped out of her mouth. Hi, baby boy. I don't have any more. See, they're all gone. He's like, I know you got more in the jar. I know, you beautiful boy. You're so handsome. I know there's more in the jar. I know there's more, but you can't have any right now. You just had dinner and you had 2 treats. Good boy. And he's back to the security sock. You give him the full jar. Is this secretly a dog on the other side of the keyboard? Right, buddy boo. And then we've got Beans. I don't know if you can see behind me on the chair. She might be stuck. Are you stuck? Here. Are you stuck? There you go. But we have Beans, who is 3. And they are besties. So we got Beans as a kitten when Olaf was, let's see, when he was probably about 3 or 4. And so they like snuggle together, they play together, they sleep together. She'll groom him. She'll like, if they're both laying down together, she'll lick his head and like groom him with her tongue. It's really cute. Hi, buddy. You're so good boy. Oh, are you stuck again? Beans, what are you doing, ma'am? Why? Oh, well, honey, I'm trying to help. Hold on, I have to unstick her. Okay, yes, ma'am. There we go. Are you done now? Are you done? Okay. Oh, goodness. Yeah. And she gets offended at me for trying to help. It's like, okay, ma'am. So those are my babies. We used to have an older kitty, but she passed last year, so that was Tibby. So the little one is Beans. Oh, here's Mr. Man. Hi, Olaf. You back? You good boy. You're just a very good boy. Hey, now that's my sock. You can't have my socks. I don't leave them on the floor like Daddy does. Come here. Come here. No, give it. Come here. Do your dogs steal socks too, or is that just a him thing? Come here. Give it. Give it, please. Thank you. No, you can have Lammy. I just want the sock. Thank you. You can't have my socks. My husband, he likes to untie shoes. Oh, that's funny. Like while you're wearing them or after you've taken them off? Thankfully, he doesn't show interest in shoes. He'll just, he just likes socks while you're wearing them. Oh no. Sorry, I'm opening a plastic. I also got a new watercolor kit today because I'm not very good with watercolor, but I want to get better. And so I wanted this kit because it has the tubes versus the dry pans because I want to try those. And it was like $7 on sale. Yeah, so my husband, he'll leave his socks like laying around. So like, of course, Olaf is gonna steal his socks. Oh wow, these are tiny. I mean, for $7, I guess I don't know what I expected, but I guess maybe a little bit bigger than that. But I put my socks in the hamper, but every now and then he will, oh, this is just a little paper pad. Every now and then he'll stick his head in the hamper because he's tall enough to reach over the top, and he'll grab them out. What is this? Oops. Okay, so this is an eraser. Oh, I see, because they give you a sketching pencil. Okay. Lemon yellow, crimson red, Prussian blue, sap green, black and white. Cool. Not really, thankfully, actually. He doesn't really play hide and seek. He does try to keep taking things. Oh, I'm not Bob Ross. I'm terrible, actually. This was my most recent attempt. So I printed the page. This is a Claire Watson illustration, and I did the base layers and stuff. I felt really good about. And then I was like, oh, cool idea. What if we go over the top with blue so that it looks like, you know, everything's tinted slightly blue because we're underwater. And then that's where it picked up all the color underneath and just like smeared everything across the page. It looks terrible. So this was my first watercolor attempt and it was not great. And this was using, I have to get the other stuff out, but this was using like the dry, like the round pans of paint that you can get at like the craft store. Yeah, I wonder. So that's why I also bought a watercolor pad, because I want to try and kind of play with it. But I'm going to consider this kind of a fail, but also like a learning experience. So it wasn't, you know, wasn't a total loss. But Wednesdays I'm trying to do like a mixture. So we don't necessarily have to do like art or coloring. I just was kind of happening to be unpackaging things. But if you want, we can do watercolor, or I'm happy to do other stuff. I also like to do cozy games, like I've been playing Stardew Valley, Fae Farm. I would not mind doing another playthrough of that. I have not been on Animal Crossing in forever. Or sometimes I do like marker coloring or pencil coloring. Yeah, but we can definitely do watercolor. Whatever I want to do. I'm kind of indecisive. Let's do it. Yeah, why not? Let's do more watercolor. I'm just gonna I have a little silicone like mat that I put out so that I don't make a mess of my desk. Here we go. And it's got these cool little thingies on it. So the palette and the little cups I have magnets on them, and they go bloop. Oh wait, that's upside down. Yeah! And then this one, it like collapses, and it's got the little scrubby scrubs on the bottom. I just got this as kind of a pre-birthday gift to myself because it's my birthday at the end of the month. So I'm like, I want an art mat. And I don't really feel like walking to the kitchen for water. So we're just gonna pour water out of my giant cup. There we go. I'm not really sure why they give you 3 of these little circle pads. Your birthday's on Sunday? Happy early birthday! Mine's not until the 29th, but I'm celebrating a little early, I guess. Yeah, they give you 3 of these little round thingies, but only 2 cups, but maybe that's so you can move to a different position, I guess. Although, I don't think this one's magnetic. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Oh, hi Olaf. You sweet boy. Now the question is, do I leave... Oh, she's thick. Oh wait, that's 2. Oops. Thank you. Okay, this is still pretty thick. Do I leave it in the book? I mean, I'm assuming I can leave it in the book as opposed to tearing it out. I think that's what I'm gonna do. We'll try it. I forgot I had a little, like, you're hitting the big 2-4, the big 2-4. Sorry, I only laugh because, like, at the time, I felt the same way, but I turned 30 this month, and so now I'm like, oh, the big 3-0. And then I talk to people who are already 30, and they're like, psh, whatever, 30's nothing. Like, I feel like every milestone feels big, and then you look back at it, and you're like, no, actually, that wasn't a big deal. I also have a little water pipette that I need to go grab out of my, ooh, that's like gold. Ooh, it comes with a sticker. Look at that, more stickers. That's true though, like the 20 to 24 age range is such a, like, why is there like, oh, it just comes with like a black card and it says paint on me, so we'll have to try that. It's such a like quick but formative time because you're not like an adult, if that makes sense, but you're not like a kid or a teenager either. Like it's a weird time. Anyway, I have to go grab that little water pipette, so I will be back real quick. we are back. I just needed this little pipette, which is funny because this is actually from the science teacher at the school I teach at. I saw another watercolor artist on YouTube that I was watching use one of these, and I was like, oh my god, I need that. And then I went to Amazon and I was gonna buy one, and you can only find... What? Me? I do, I'm a teacher. I'm a music teacher. So I was gonna buy one, but you can only buy them in packs of like 30 or 50. So I went to the science teacher at my school and I was like, hey, any chance you have one single pipette that I could have? And so she gave me this one, which was really nice of her. Thanks. Yeah, I think it's pretty fun. I enjoy it a lot. So I have not ever worked with tube watercolors before. So this is where it gets a little exciting. Oh, and then I also got, I've never seen them before. It says watercolor confetti, they're just like little dots of watercolor. So I'm curious to find out what these do too. I think they're just watercolor dots on cards, but just so that you have like a tiny little bit of that one color instead of buying a whole tube of it. Thank you. It's a tough job, but overall I enjoy it. Oh yeah, they're like little sample cards so that you can decide what you like. And then you can commit and buy the whole tube if you want. I like that. That's kind of cool. Ooh, I like this wisteria purple color. Okay, we'll play with these later. Same pigment, different sizes. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I teach music to grades kindergarten through 5th. So ages 5 to about 11 when they leave me. And it's a lot of fun. So I have, in total, I see about 470 students per week. So it's a lot of kids, but it's a lot of fun. Although I get sick a lot. I joke that I work in a petri dish because kids are not the best with hygiene. So I've definitely stepped up my hand washing game since I started working there. Yeah. Kids are very cute, but they're very germy. Okay. Oh, there we go. It comes with a brush. I'm curious to see whether I'll like that brush or if I'll want to grab one of my other ones. Oof, that one's really stuck in there. Ah! Oops. Pencil sharpener went down my dress. Okay. I think I'm going to toss this little tray. It technically has these little wells in it, but we don't need that because we have a palette up here. Okay. And then we have to decide what to try to paint. Although I might just start with just playing around first because I've not really done this. And then this is kind of nice because I can just use this as like an empty brush roll. So that's cool. Okay. Hi, Olaf. You sweet boy. I know. Olaf doesn't understand screens, so he thinks that anytime I'm talking, I must be talking to him directly. So like anytime I'm on the phone or when I'm streaming or just like anytime, he's like, oh, mother is speaking directly to me. Yes, because you are everything. You are so beautiful. Okay. Hi, baby boy. I know. Hi. Hello. Hi. Yes, you're so sweet. Okay, I want to try some of the shimmeries because that is what is exciting to me. This is pearlescent white, but this is clearly a gray on the tube. So let's see. Oh good, it is white on the thing. But I would die for it. Honestly, same. He's my biological son. And then I want to try this blue. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit because I realized I'm zoomed in kind of far. Okay, there we go. One of my favorite parts of teaching is that I get to be home during the summers so that Olaf never has to be alone. Hard to believe I've been a father since 12, but here we are. Agreed. When people are like, your dog is not your child, I'm like, excuse me? There was this thread on Threads, like the app, and it was this author who was like, so what, I killed a dog in my book, get over it, people, you care about your dogs too much. And then oh, and she even mentioned, she's like, your dogs aren't your children. And a bunch of people photoshopped like sonograms of their dogs, and then were commenting and they were like, what's this then, huh? And it was the best. I like this little tubey tube for wetting the paint. That's so much nicer than trying to go in with like a wet brush and do it. Yeah, same. Like John Wick, the John Wick film franchise did it in a very specific way, and I don't think anybody could replicate that. Like, you don't mess with the dog. Use a little bit of this yellow. Oh boo, this one has the little film on it I gotta take off. I haven't actually watched that. But I have watched Marley and Me as an unsuspecting middle schooler, and let me say, trauma. I was not prepared. Yeah, and there's no warning. All the trailers and stuff just make it look like this adorable dog movie. They did not need to do that. Excessive trauma. I'm just getting out my little watercolor box in case we decide we want other brushes or other colors. I do have these, but I have been finding the pans hard to work with, so I'm excited to try the other stuff. Ooh, this is a really stiff brush. I'm gonna wet it down a little bit. There we go. Okay, just upon first glance, I think that needs more water. one of the things I've learned about watercolor is the consistency of the paint makes a huge difference. How much water you put in your paint. There we go. Because like over here, it was really thick, and so the paint was kind of chunky, and it had not enough water in it. Here, I'll zoom back in just a tiny bit. And so it didn't spread very well, but this has like a good amount of water, so it spreads and washes, but you can still see the pigment. Like that I like so far. Ooh, and it is shiny. I have very minimal watercolor experience. Hi, bye. Hi, Cupcake. Why the hi, bye? Ooh, now this water over here is sparkly too. Okay, let's go in with this red. Just sitting and dock, waiting to close, head back to the harbor. Oh, I see. That's a pretty color. There we go. These could be pretty for florals. Let's do yellow. I put a lot of water in the yellow. That might be too much. Sitting on the dock of the bay. I hope that was the right song. Okay, that was a good amount of water because this is still very pigmented even with that much water in it. That was like, I grew up on that kind of music. That was what my aunts and uncles and my mom listened to. It's like a very mustard yellow. So far I feel like I'm liking the tubes more than the pans, because it's easier to get that watery consistency with them. You grew up with older parents. Father born in 48. Okay. Yeah, I have, well, my parents are quite young, but I have a lot of great aunts and great uncles that are now like in their 70s, and I spent a lot of time around them growing up, and so that I got used to listening to like their music. Yeah. That's a pretty blue. The shimmery ones aren't quite as shimmery as I hoped. They have like a little bit of a sheen to them, but they're not. I almost was kind of hoping they'd be like glitter. My grandmother was born in 1919. Wow. So she had a lot of good oldies. I do a lot of oldies with the kids at school too, especially like American folk music. That is part of the curriculum that we do for music. Especially because folk music tends to be easier for children's voices, and a lot of the music of that generation was based like in folk music. Like even a lot of the Beatles was based in folk music, but from like the UK. Ooh, okay, I don't know that it's showing up on screen, but the white is very shiny and shimmery. I wonder if I move the page. You can kind of see how shiny it is. So I'm liking that a lot. Let's test out some of the other colors. I'm not going to test out regular white and regular black because we don't really need to. Okay, this one is gold. These things are loaded with paint, like the cap practically wants to fly off when I open it. Ooh, that is full. It largely depends on the state and on the district, to be honest. So I'm in Washington State, and Washington State, so like there is a set of national standards that that the U.S. Department of Education has put out that say like you must teach these concepts or these overarching frameworks within your content area, but that doesn't necessarily specify like what songs to use or even what instruments to use or what composers to learn about, etc. And that is in large part because every school has different resources, and it's the same for other subjects too, like math, reading, science, etc. So then it goes down to the state, and there are sometimes state initiatives where the state will say, you know, we're going to use this standardized assessment, we want to use this assessment framework, these are the curriculums that fit within that. And then it goes down to the individual districts to say, okay, we're going to use this curriculum to fit this state framework that aligns with these federal standards. So it's kind of a tiered system. So I do have a lot of autonomy in the actual songs that I can choose for kids and the actual activities, partially because music has a little bit less oversight than, say, reading or math, because we're not considered core, aka they don't care about us as much. But we do have district provided curriculum. I am allowed to stray from that. Like I can supplement it by adding other things, and I often do, because no one curriculum can really cover it all in terms of general music, especially across all 6 grade levels. So I pull from multiple curriculums and multiple resources to give the kids a well-rounded, like sort of holistic approach. Agreed. I am right there with you. A lot of times when the argument for, you know, why we should have music in schools comes up, it's all about, you know, studying music makes you better at math, or it makes you better at reading, etc., which is valid, but also it just is good for humanity. But I understand that, you know, in today's day and age, it's all about what can it do for test scores, but it's unfortunate that it has to come to that. I'm so happy with like this water right here is so shiny. Like I could just, it just is like, it's just swirly and shiny. I love it. Okay, so we've swatched all of the shimmer shades. Arts in general, yeah, like visual arts too, theater, like dance and movement, music, all of it is so important for humans. The cool part about the tubes of watercolor, I think, is I can mix them easier. Oh, that came out fast. Because with the pans, you have to like take a stiff bristled brush and then you really have to like dig in it to get any of the actual pigment up, which kind of ruins the brush and is hard to get enough up out of the pan to actually mix with. So I'm excited that the tubes are just like ready to mix already. Yeah, you really do. Like I think I'm gonna get like a palette knife. Kind of like Bob Ross would use, but like in a very small format. That way I can actually like scrape into the pans and not damage my brush. Okay, there's a big chunk of green on this brush that does not want to dissolve in the water. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time there. Okay. Oh yeah, that could be pretty for like leaves. I do too. This is really pretty. When it came out of the tube, it looked like it was going to be a lot darker. Almost like a pine, but I'm happy with the color this is. One of the other interesting things about watercolor is like you can push it around on the page even after you've put it down. It does look like grass clippings. Like with acrylics or oil paints, like I mean the paint is somewhat movable once it's on the paper, but for the most part it's like where you put it is where it stays. But with watercolor, like I don't know if it's coming on the screen, but as I move my brush, like the water, because it's flowing, the paint is moving. Yeah, it doesn't get stuck down quite as fast. Oh, that came out quickly. Okay. This blue looks like it could be really dark too, but I wonder once we water it down if it'll end up being like the green and how it'll lighten up. Oh wow, that's like a rich, like ocean blue. Like I could see that working for like a blue whale. I don't know what shape that was. It looks like an oblong football. Yeah, I like that too. It's very different in contrast to this blue. Okay, we have 2 more left. Oh no, I think we just have the one. Because this is black and white. We already did those. We're not going to do just straight up black and white yet. We just have the red. The non-sparkly red. And then we get into like mixing colors. That'll be fun. I have a little garbage can behind me that I've been tossing the little filmy things into. Do you do any sort of artsy things? Okay. Here we go. Oh, of course that's a cat hair or a dog hair. Ooh. You write books in your spare time. That's impressive. You know, just casual. I just write books. That's awesome. This is a really like candy red. This is very bright. Okay. And I don't think... Great, we have not leaked through to the other side. So far so good. It does! It looks like, yeah, like a bright cherry. Okay, I want to start mixing some colors. So we're going to see what the red versus the red and the yellow look like together to make orange. Yeah. Yeah, like the really bright, like almost pin-up lipstick, kind of. Yeah. I like it. Oh, I almost dipped into blue. That would have been bad. Okay, so we have successfully made orange. very watery orange, but that's okay. I think the yellow was very watery, so that was part of our problem. Yeah, Mean Marigold, or even like I was leaning towards like a sunflower, like as this is one of the darker shades. I like that. Ooh, and then, okay. One of the things that I've struggled with in the past is letting it dry between layers, because like immediately I was like, ooh, what if we take some of this bronze and we bring it into the orange? But I don't want to do that yet because I want to layer the bronze on top of the orange, so I have to let the orange dry first. Oh crap, and I just touched it with my finger and now it's messed up. We'll just scooch a little paint over here and pretend that didn't happen. Okay, while that is drying, let's see if we can get a different green by mixing blue and yellow. Oh, and a purple too. We need a purple. I do too. I think my problem was I didn't put quite enough. I put too much water in the yellow, so we're gonna put just a little bit more pigment in it. Okay. That should hopefully thicken out the consistency. Kind of a cool teal color though. Okay, let's make purple. Have you seen those videos where it's like this guy and he's got all these different paints and he just mixes them with a palette knife? But he always adds colors you wouldn't expect. Like he adds, you know, if he's trying to get like a purple color, he adds like green and yellow and things that you wouldn't normally expect to be in purple. Like I need to learn more about color theory, because in my head, purple is just blue and red, but there's so much more to it. Like this is a very like deep, rich purple, but if I wanted that to be more like a lavender, like what would I add? Like would that be yellow or maybe white? Maybe I need to add white. Whoa, that was cool. How the shimmer interacted with that just now. That lightened it up a bit. I kind of wonder what'll happen if we add yellow. Now I feel like I'm just in the experimentation phase where I'm like, what happens if I do this? Okay, that's starting to go brown. We don't like that. Yeah, I liked it before. before we added the yellow. Maybe I should have known that actually, because if I pull out my color wheel, like yellow and purple are almost on opposite ends of the color wheel. And if I'm trying to remember well, like complementary colors go well next to each other, but they don't mix well. If I'm remembering correctly. And they're like, yeah, that's probably why that happened. Yeah, it is sort of like magenta. Yeah, I like this little color wheel manipulative. It's kind of fun. It's helpful. Okay. I think I kind of want to start doing like a flower. I'm gonna tear this page out. She's thick. Well, maybe I don't really want to turn it. Oh, I remember what I was gonna do now. I was gonna layer some of this bronze over the orange just to see what that looks like. Oh yeah, that's looking good. I'm just coming in with some clean water to kind of soften the edge out. I like those two colors together. Well, that looked a little bit better before. There we go. I should have put the wet before the dry. The other thing I'm learning about watercolor is the process of wet versus dry. Like if you wet the paper before you put paint on it, you get a different effect versus just going in on dry paper with wet paint, which is kind of cool. Okay. Gonna rip this page out, I think, and go to the next one. Or I could cut it. That might be easier. So what kind of books do you like to write? Here, I'm gonna go this way. Now we can probably tear it a little easier. Nope, it's still pretty thick. Okay, for this I think I do want a bigger brush. I'm gonna come in with this one. we're gonna make more of that purple. Oops, oh no. Crap, I don't have a paper towel, but it's gonna drip, so I'm just gonna use my finger. I should probably start keeping paper towels at my desk. I'm just gonna wipe it on here. There we go. Or at least like a hand cloth. That would probably be smart. Okay, I think this is still gonna be darker than we want. Okay, that is pretty dark. But I kind of like it. Let's go with it. Water it down a bit. That'll lighten it up too. Okay. I kind of want to try for like a hyacinth. I really like those. That's, well, I guess it could be a little bigger at the base. It's a little thicker than I was imagining. don't know if that's really very visible. I feel like this is gonna look more like corn on the cob. Maybe I need to just not sketch it and just paint it. We'll try that. Because what I'm seeing in my head and what's coming out on the paper are not the same. Okay. We're just gonna go for it. We're gonna do it. I see the vision. I think we can achieve the vision without the pencil though. I think. We're gonna start with the stem in the middle. Hi, Olaf. Hi, buddy. Okay. It's okay that it's a little wibbly wobbly. Like, real plants grow curvy. Oops, I just picked up some red. That was not in the plan. Okay. Now, I'm going to start going in with this purple. But a little extra watery, I think. A light wash. I put too much paint in this one on the, oh, you can't see. I put too much paint on this one on the bottom, so I am just honestly like using this one as a feeder for my brush until it gets down to the level of paint where I want it, and then I'll start going back into the palette. Not sure if that's an official technique, but that's what I'm doing. thank you. I thought so too. So what kind of books do you like to write? If you don't mind sharing. All over the place. I get that. Okay. Need to let this dry a little bit. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I have this cute little handheld fan. Hopefully it's not too loud. If it is, I won't use it. But it's this cute little hand fan that is mainly for me when I get too warm, but I think it will help watercolor dry also. Let's see, did that work? Ooh, oh crap! I don't know if you can see where it smeared. The inside of the circle was dry, but the outer edges weren't, and it smeared. That's okay, we can fix it. The most recent you're working on is a love story. A man who worked his life at the local newspaper and gave up on his author dreams. Okay. Meets a woman, tags along, and ends up sticking it out and building a romance. Aww. Oh, and then it gets sad. Does it have a happy ending? Spoiler alert. Yeah, we can fix this, I think, because we'll go in and we'll add more of the little bells to the hyacinth, so hopefully the smudges won't really even be noticed that much. Somewhat happy ending? Okay. We can do a little bit of melancholy. I feel like that fan thing kind of worked. There is eraser rubber in my paint. I like that. I would read that. Oh, she hides her cancer diagnosis. And he's kind of, so he's emotionally invested. Oh no. Looking back on it and writing his first novel. Oh my gosh, that sounds beautiful. So is this still a work in progress? I would totally read this. It sounds beautiful. Okay, so when eventually you become published, I would like to know so that I can read it. I feel like as we keep filling out with more dots, the blur, the smudginess won't even be noticed. It'll be fine. You got me? Oh, good. I'm liking it so far. It's doing all right. Definitely not a professional, but like, you know, for an absolute beginner, I'm liking it. I don't know if I want to start like mixing a different color into the purple so that there's a little bit more contrast, or if we should just keep rolling with how it is. Part of me is inclined to not mess with it since it's working, but I don't want to layer too many dots of the same color and have it end up all looking flat. Okay, see you when you get back. Oh, I should probably drink some water too, actually. Thanks for the reminder. Oh, I accidentally touched the paper with the fan. Okay. Yeah, I want to go a little bit lighter. I think I want to mix just a little bit of white in. Okay, there we go. Ooh, popcorn, nice. Are you a sweet and salty popcorn kind of person, or are you like a strictly salty only? Also, while you were away, I made the decision to add some white into the purple mix to lighten it up a little bit, and I'm not mad about it. It just is giving a little bit more dimension. eat whatever option is in the house. That works. I'm a little bit more, I'm not a big fan of my salty and sweet snacks mixing. I like them to be somewhat separate. But I know people can be very divided on the subject. There's very few things. I agree. Like sweet, savory, and sour, or sweet, savory, and spicy, or yeah, some sort of third thing. Mango salsa on salmon. I don't eat seafood, so I wouldn't know. But mango salsa is good. Like on chips. It's really kind of an odd thing. I know, we live like right by the ocean too, which makes it even worse, especially in Washington State where salmon is like king. It just, I have a lot of food aversions, and it started as a child. Partially, I grew up in a house where my mom would only eat and cook chicken. Like, she doesn't eat red meat, she doesn't eat seafood, she doesn't eat pork. So I only ever really grew up being exposed to chicken and, well, turkey too. She eats turkey. And so it wasn't something I had when I was younger. And then as an adult, when I've tried different seafoods, it's just, I don't know, it's not something I've ever gotten into. Yeah, I kind of suppose so. I think maybe if I had been exposed to it more as a kid, it would be different. Then other fish ain't gonna work either, right? And like I've tried, shrimp and salmon is the most poultry-esque fish. I have also been told that tilapia was supposed to be like one of the least offensive fish, and I tried it and I was like, no, tilapia was not good. I need to let this dry. I know tilapia is like a cheaper fish too, isn't it? So it's like you have to do more with it to get it to taste good. So it's always funny, I joke, because we live like right by the ocean on the coast of Washington. So I joke that it's hard being a meat and potatoes girl in a seafood town. Thank you. I'm really happy with it. I want to go down to the bottom and start adding some more green. I think I'm going to leave the purple for now. But I wish I had started it like higher up because I want more meat, or not more meat. I read the word meat as I was speaking. I want more space down here to add more greenery. So I wish I could shift the whole thing up a little bit. A really well-made stew, I agree. There's a Tuscan gnocchi and vegetable stew that is my absolute favorite. And it's got like big chunks of potatoes and carrots and spinach. We've even thrown like broccoli and asparagus in there, and it's so good. And then the gnocchi, like you don't need meat because it's so hearty on its own. And then the base is like stock, and then you put in a little bit of cream and then smother it in Parmesan cheese. Oh, it's so good. Agreed. Gnocchi is so delicious. They're like little potato pillows. Yes, I love all things dumplings. And not just Italian dumplings either, like Asian dumplings, anything in a dumpling. I love it. Even the word is cute. Hi Cupcake, welcome back. That was the first time you'd ever heard that song? How have I failed you that you've not heard it before? Thank you. I am feeling good about it. I feel like the last 10% is where you could really screw it up though. Also, I might move the palette to the side just so that I can move this up a bit so you can see the bottom. That's true. There we go. Happy little accidents, like in the words of Bob Ross. If Bob Ross were a watercolor painter. I don't actually know what kind of leaves hyacinths have. I can send you a picture of it in Discord, Cupcake. When I finish it. Just kind of wanging it. On the food thing, oh, if I had to pick an all-time favorite meal, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is like a stressful decision. Oh gosh. I'd have to say some sort of pasta. probably involving pesto. Like a pesto cream. This is going to sound really sort of pretentious. So my favorite noodle shapes are either fusilli col buco, which is like a long, wiggly noodle, almost looks like ramen that has a hole in the middle, or fusilli bucati, which is like a really tight spiral noodle, but they're also like, they elongate pretty long. So probably one of those in like a pesto cream, but just smothered in Parmesan with like roasted asparagus. Like that, just like very green, but very cheesy. Like that sounds delicious. I know that was a hard-hitting question. Cupcake, you'd pick the Gouda mac and cheese. It is pretty good. I'm gonna let the green dry again before I go in more. So fusilli col buco means with a hole, and bucati means short. But I don't like regular fusilli noodles, which is the funny part. Just those two variations of them. He needs some milk. What about you, Chrisma? What would be your favorite food or your favorite meal? You're not gonna lie, Sound Alerts chatbot. I do enjoy a glass of milk. I tried drinking lactose-free milk recently, and it just does not hit the spot. It has this sweetness to it, and I Googled it actually, and it's a real thing. When they break down the lactose in milk to make it lactose-free, it breaks down into two simpler sugars. What is it? No, lactase is the enzyme they use. But it breaks down into two simpler sugars, and so it actually tastes sweeter. So I don't like it as much. So it's full lactose for me, even though even though my body is like, why did you do this to us? Okay, is it dry enough? Yes. It's like that episode of Bob's Burgers where Josh is when Tina's in the dairy fridge and she's asking Josh whether he likes chocolate milk, and he's like, yes, but no, but yes, and she's like, you're so complicated, and he's like, well, I like it, but my body doesn't like it, so I'm trying to train my body to like it. And that's how I feel about milk and cheese. Balsamic glazed salmon steak with rice, pilaf, roasted potatoes, and loads of steamed and well-seasoned broccoli. Well-seasoned is the key, and steamed to the point where it's like still crunchy on the inside, like a little bit, like it's got bite to it. That's the key to good broccoli. I could eat all of that minus the salmon. American chop suey. All right, I like it. I very much go for a lot of either like Italian or like Asian based foods, like Asian fusion, not from one particular sort of region. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier, Cupcake, how like I never had fish growing up either because my mom's not allergic, she just doesn't like it. But I forgot that your mom is allergic. So despite the name, it's not Asian at all. What is it? Because I'm just imagining like, is it eggs? I'm imagining chop suey as eggs. It's a pasta dish. Okay. That was unexpected. Also, I'm just imagining this hyacinth like just growing out of a tuft of grass. If that makes sense. I'm hoping that's what it looks like. It's old school Massachusetts. Okay. I have not ever been to the East Coast. Well, no, that's not true. I've been to the East Coast as a toddler. We lived in upstate New York when I was 2 to 4 years old, but I don't really count that because I don't remember it. Pasta, tomato sauce, onions, peppers, the works, and ground beef. Is it kind of like a bolognese? Okay, yeah, I can get behind that. I love some bolognese. Especially with a hefty amount of garlic. I'm a firm believer that you don't add garlic to a recipe because you measure garlic with your heart. Like there's no measuring of garlic. You just feel it. And potato soup. Okay. Like a potato chowder, or is it more of a cubed potatoes in broth? Chowder for sure. Okay. I'm a fan of a good corn chowder. We're the kings of chowder. Chowder. I may have regretted making that green. Guess we'll have to add more purple. Y'all are making me hungry and I wasn't 5 minutes ago. Sorry, Cupcake. Do you have snacks with you? You could eat some snickety snacks. You were about to say that about corn chowder? Yeah. Snickety snack. Speaking of corn, I feel like this slightly resembles purple corn on the cob, but I'm also okay with it. Minestrone. I do like minestrone. French onion I'm not as big of a fan of. I like the flavor of it. I don't like it if it has like big chunks of onions in it. I like the flavor of onion, but not necessarily the texture. But tomato basil is delicious for like a grilled cheese sandwich. To do some Dunkin'. You haven't had French onion soup cupcake? I feel like yeah. I could swear you have had it with me before. You've had the dip. Oh, that's not the same.
I know, huh?
I know, huh? When you used to make it for the school restaurant, it took like 6 hours. Yeah, because you really have to cook down the onions. So tell me about this school restaurant. Was it like a home ec kind of thing, or like that sounds kind of neat, like a school restaurant? Okay. Part of me is like, I want to keep adding stuff to this, but also part of me is like, maybe I should just leave it. An open to the public restaurant in the high school? That's really cool. I've never heard of that before. You had a hair salon too? Oh, okay, a vocational school? That sounds awesome. I just went to like a regular high school. That's awesome. So you worked in the restaurant part? Is that because you wanted to go into like the restaurant business? Like, did you kind of decide on like a path that you wanted to follow? Sorry, my friend Aurora was messaging me. Our district superintendent is leaving to go work in a different school district, and we were jabbing about that. So like between that and welding. If I had a choice between restaurant and welding, I feel like I'd probably choose restaurant. Yeah. Welding just doesn't sound exciting to me. I'm just gonna go in and kind of, well, maybe I need to stop. It's not fully dry yet. I need to stop touching it. You would choose a welding restaurant. Whatever, Cupcake. Constant events, worked 14-hour days, 4 in a row. Oh my gosh. How did you have time for like school? But also that's awesome. I can't tell if this looks more like a snapdragon or I feel like maybe it looks more like a snapdragon than a hyacinth. So 1 week was academics, next week was shop, back and forth. Oh, that sounds kind of like a cool way to break it up. I would have loved to do that for like a music school. Here in my state, we have a program called Running Start. So your junior and senior year, depending on your GPA, you can take classes at the community college. So I ended up doing that, which did give me more time to do more music. Like I could take more classes through the college than I could at the high school because we weren't as bound by the same bell schedule. So I got to do like extra band, extra choir, and then I still got all my academics done. So that was kind of cool. But I don't think we had like a shop class, and an ag class and stuff, but we didn't have like a vocational school in our area dedicated to those things. You have similar programs here too? Yeah, I figured most states do. They just might call it something different. Ours was just called Running Start. Oh, that's cool. That would have been fun to travel. Secured your school hella funding. They should name the building after you. This cupcake, this is just a little handheld fan. It's actually the one that I used when we were traveling a couple years ago when I got too warm. I'm just using it to try to dry the paint faster. Girl, nah. They didn't name the building after you? What gives? Yeah, it doesn't look like a fan because the blades are moving too fast, but when I turn it off, you'll see. Oh, Beans is batting a bottle cap around. Okay, I think that's gonna be good for now. Yeah, now you can see it's got little fan blades, and then when you fold it up, it's a little bear. He has little ears. Hi, Beanies. Beanies, zucchinis. Oh, that's awesome. It's cool that they used it for like upgrades. Just gonna date this. I feel pretty good about this. I think I'm gonna leave it for today. Much more successful than my previous attempt. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to a new page. I think this is dry enough to flip the page without having to worry about it. We're gonna do that. Here, maybe I should. Okay, one final ta-da before I flip the page, because there's still paint in the palettes and I don't want to like waste it. Beans, what the hell are you doing back there, ma'am? Although the paint is starting to dry. It's interesting, the shimmer paints are starting to dry, the non-shimmer paints are fine. It's cool that they're pushing for other options, because like university was definitely the right path for me personally, and for some people it is, but there are so many other trades and other skills to learn that you can't learn in university. I think it's so cool to offer that to kids and teens. And it can be a really cool way to help people find like their niche too. Yeah, you deserve that credit. Okay, I'm gonna use the blue, I think. I want to use the blue. Let's find a picture of a blue whale and let's paint a whale. I don't know why, but that blue color is just screaming to me to be a whale. A whale with a mustache! I love it. We'll have a whale of a time. Okay, let's do it. Let's see, can I put the reference photo in Streamlabs? Will it let me? Let's see, add source, image. Okay, hold on, I think I gotta download the picture. Oh, you know what, I could just open it in a new tab. There we go, let's just do that. Ta-da! Okay, where do we put it though? Is this an okay place for it? For our little whaley friend? I know it is nice music. This is just a Stream Beats album that I don't even know which one it is. I just let it autoplay. Oh no, it's not Stream Beats anymore. Stream Beats, it's Loungify. And it's called Una Margarita, por favor. Here, I'll link the song if you want it, Cupcake. There you go. Okay. First thing I think we're gonna do is we're gonna lay down. I think we're gonna go in and just wet the paper and do like just a basic wet on wet. And what I've read says you want the paper to be shiny, like visibly shiny, but you don't want to see beads of water actually on the page because that's obviously too wet. There's some spots I missed. Okay. You're gonna head to bed now? Okay, Cupcake, thanks for coming in. I love you. And I will see you tomorrow when you get, well, when I get home, because you'll be home before me. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Hopefully the neighbors are not loud. Okay, our paper is sufficiently wet. I'm just gonna do a light wash of this shimmery blue to kind of set the watery background, and then we'll use the darker blue for our whaley friend. I like how light that turned out. Now we can go in with our whaley friend. Oh, actually, no, we gotta make sure that's dry. The paper is like definitely bowed upwards since we did the wet wash. It's interesting. Doesn't need to be all the way dry, I don't think, just enough that it's not gonna lift up. Ah! I tilted it and it touched the page. Scared me. Okay, I'm gonna call that good. So I'm gonna go back in with this small brush. Small. And I kind of want to start with the white bits. Which means I need to grab white. And we have the white shimmer, but that wasn't really pigmented, it was just shimmery. I really am liking the tubes a lot more than the pans. Maybe I'll have to experiment with the pans more. I think the tubes are more expensive, which is the problem. I'm just making sure all the paint is mixed. Okay. That's still pretty watery. There's this little shape, this fin. That doesn't look like it showed up on screen at all. Community hydrate! Thank you. I will drink some water. Needed that. It doesn't look like it's showing up on screen, but trust me when I say the white is appearing on paper It's just not very opaque. It's sort of translucent. Okay, now we're gonna go in with our dark blue. Maybe I should have turned the page because this is going to be a little small whaley whale. I'll make his tail a little bit bigger. Yeah, no problem. I totally understand. I am not sure how much longer I'm going to be streaming tonight, honestly, because it's 10 p.m. and I should probably head to bed soon as well. I am hoping to stream again, possibly Friday night. Fridays, it depends on how the work week has gone, but definitely Saturday afternoon or Saturday late afternoon for next stream, if not Friday. But yeah, we'd love to have you back. Thanks for hanging out. It's been really fun getting to chat with you. All right, we will look forward to you being there. I hope that you get some good sleep and have a good day tomorrow. Thanks, you too. Alrighty. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Our cute little whaley whale is... he's cute. He needs a little bit of detail, and I might add like another little whaley friend up top, but we can do that another night because it is 10:15 p.m. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours. And I need to start getting ready for bed. So thank you everybody who popped in. Even if you were just hanging out and lurking, I appreciate you being here. And I will stream possibly Friday evening, Pacific Standard Time. But if not then, definitely Saturday late afternoon. And I hope to see everybody there. Have a great time zone. Thanks for coming in.